Hello everybody, I'm back, and I'm here to talk to you about my personal perception of Hollywood films and the problems with them, and how people tend to try to look for authenticity within a film that you cannot find. First point of attack. LGBTQ want to have certain things within a film. You can't find things in a film that you want, such as authenticity, especially if you're going to Hollywood. Hollywood does not run on authenticity. It runs on one thing. Power? Well, I guess two things. Power and money. Mostly money. The reason Hollywood doesn't add a lot of LGBTQ, narrative or stories to films is because you can't sell it in a lot of other countries, especially China. Our biggest customer that buys our films is indeed China. And that you can't incorporate anything modern or of that belief system in there because it is outlawed in China and every other country that we sell to. So the fact of the matter is that when Hollywood does an LGBTQ featured film, they're losing a lot of money. And that's a problem for them, honestly. What people don't realize is that when they lose a lot of money like that, China's paying for this. This is the way we pay off our national debt. Now, a lot of people don't know that, but that's how we pay it off. Through films, through Hollywood. The personal attacks made against Scarlett Johansson for Ghost in a Shell, which was not an LGBTQ related thing, but it was a racial thing. They made it a huge old racial problem with her. And it shouldn't have been a problem because the creator of Ghost in a Shell made their main character to be white. That's what it says. That's what the creator stated. And she was accused of whitewashing. Yeah, you think Scarlett Johansson walked out there and was like, I want to play that manga character? You think she really wanted to go out there and do that? Are you crazy? Her agent is the one that made her go there. Her agent is the reason that she's doing anything, and Hollywood's the one that are contacting her. They don't want authenticity. They want money. They want A-list actors to portray certain characters for the sake of making money. It's as simple as that. Nothing beyond that. If you want real authenticity of any kind, you should check out indie films. Any other independent film that's not in Hollywood, you'll probably enjoy because it will be authentic. But honestly, you're not going to have Hollywood, signing an unknown paraplegic to play a paralyzed man in a film, are you? Probably not. Next point of attack. Whitewashing. Is whitewashing a thing? Kind of. Definite maybe. But what about blackmudding? I know that sounds messed up already, but what are we supposed to call it? It's got to be called something, and the word whitewashing, how am I supposed to feel about that? If I were a minority, I'd feel pretty awful. You're stating that whitewashing, white is clean? And that the minority themselves are dirty? Is that what you're telling me? Minorities are gross? And that you need white people to clean them? That's already too weird for me, bud. See, the thing about whitewashing is that it hardly matters. See, I got into a heated argument with a college professor that taught drama and the arts. And her statements were, as long as you're portraying a character, it doesn't matter what gender, race, sexual orientation, anything that you are. It does not matter what you are. As long because you're playing a character, it's not you. And then, I was like, okay, I can see that. But then I had one question. I said, well, if that's the case, can a white man play Martin Luther King? And then she got angry and she kicked me out. She said, you don't even go here. Yeah, that's what happens. When you start questioning something that is such a hot button issue, it will be made into a problem. Look, all I'm saying is that either it's all okay or none of it's okay. I think the one good example of blackmudding, for lack of a better word, would be Jason Momoa taking the part of Aquaman in Justice League in the Aquaman DC series. It's going to be fantastic. See, because something like that, when we have to learn as a society to dictate between something that's trying to get the approval of, social justice warriors or, LGBTQ community, trying to get the approval, they're pandering to them, or some artist's interpretation of what they should look like and how they should sound. He was actually born on an island. He looks the part of someone that would be from an island. He's got the stats of a comic book version. I like it. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. He's got the cool bad boy-esque vibe that we didn't get from the comic book. But I honestly believe he's going to be a fantastic role. It's going to be really great. And I highly recommend anyone that, is curious to actually see it. I mean, it's not because of, where he's from or who he is or where he was. It's because he's actually just a good actor that fits the part. That is like a puzzle piece. It's perfection. When you go out of your way to say you have a character that's just a white man, who's a heterosexual white man, and you just come out of nowhere, he's like, no, we're gonna make him a bi-curious, and let's see what else can we mess him up? Bi-curious, and now he's Afro-Eurasian, he's worldwide everything, and also everything about him that we know and love from the comic books, delete it, forget it, Control-Alt-Delete. He is now a shim? Okay, that'll work. And no, it's my interpretation. I'm an artist. Can't you tell? Can't you tell I'm an artist? No, I can't tell you're an artist because you only want to make all of these changes so you can appeal to the masses as opposed to actually doing your job. It's not about money anymore for you. You're just trying to shut them all up because you and I both agree that they are very, very, very annoying. And the only way to shut them up is to give them what they want every now and then. Time for the uppercut. I know you're not going to enjoy it, but here it is. We do not owe minorities anything. I know what you're thinking. How could you say something like that? How could you say something so atrocious, so racist, so bigotry-filled, bigotry, if you will? How can you say something on those lines? Well, here's the thing. I wasn't the one that had slaves. Remember that? Remember how that was like 400 years ago? How I had no control of my ancestors? I know you do. I know you know that. See, I don't owe you anything. I didn't do anything to you. And the fact that you're always, out there with your hands out, wanting help for nothing, you didn't do anything. You didn't work for anything. The people of today do not owe a thing to the people of yesterday. It's over. It happened. You can't keep holding a grudge over, slurs and words. As I said earlier, white people portraying minorities portraying white people. Either it's all okay or none of it's okay. Slurs are nothing. They're meaningless. You hear that and you shrug it off. That's a part of just being a person and developing. If you hold on to a word or a slur so tightly, then it's always going to have that power against you. Get rid of it. Forget it. It doesn't matter. Just because someone calls you a slur or anything, it doesn't mean that's who you are. Next point. I know you guys are going to be very, very tilted about this next part, but I already told you that we don't owe minorities anything. Especially today. I tell you, cultural appropriation is not real. It has never been real. It never will be real. Fact. Say I'm a black guy, and I want to own a donkey and wear a sombrero and have a poncho on. Who are you to tell me that I can't? I can do whatever I want. Oh, that looks like you're trying to make fun of a Mexican. No, I just have this style that I like. Oh, is that a white girl with dreadlocks? It might look a little weird and gross because, dreadlocks are just nasty in general. But she has a right to do that. Isn't America supposed to be a melting pot of societies? Of races? Of diversity? And you're gonna get angry at the fact that, oh, is that a white man sagging his pants? Wearing a hoodie? With dreads? Yeah, it's a white man doing that. I could be a Mexican wearing African-style t-shirts and you're gonna get mad at me for doing that? No! You have no right to judge anybody for how they look, what they wear, or for who they are. That being my final thought and argument against anything that people enjoy. Special thank you and shout out to Jason Momoa for sponsoring our video. Your support helps us beyond belief. Thank you very much.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Haze of a drunken hour, but heaven knows I'm miserable now. I was looking for a job and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable now. And my life, why do I give valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die? Entwined pass me by, and heaven knows I'm miserable now. I was looking for a job and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable now. In my life, oh, why do I give valuable time to people who don't care if I live or die? Of me at the end of the day, Caligula would have blushed. Oh, you've been in the house too long, she said, and I naturally fled. And my life, why do I smile at people who I'd much rather kick in the eye? Was happy in the haze of a drunken hour, but heaven knows I'm miserable now. Oh, you've been in the house too long, she said, and I naturally fled. In my life, oh, why do I give valuable time to people who don't care if I live